Good morning, students. All last class we finished up to problem number 79. We'll see the problem number 80. What they are asking. See, problem number 80. A cannon shell is fired straight up from the ground with an initial speed of 225 meter per second. For example, this is ground. From here, that shell is fired with a speed of 225 meter per second. That shell of that cannon. Then what happened? After how much time is the shell at a height of 6.2 into 10 square means 620, nothing but simple. 620 meter above the ground and moving downward. It went like this, na? When it is going up, what will happen to its velocity? Decreases, and finally somewhere it becomes 0. In the same line it will fall down. For your understanding, I am taking the path like this. Actually, it won't fall in this manner. It will fall in this manner only. For your understanding, I am taking like this. So, when in the downward journey, it is at a height of 620 meter. To come from here to here, how much time is taken? That they are asking. We'll find here to here how much distance is there. That will be called as the maximum height. Formula will be u square by 2g. 225 whole square by 2 into g value, we will take it as 9.8. This value, if we count, this is 2582.9 meter. This height will be 2582.9 meters. Here to here, how much time? That will be time of ascent. U by G. 225 by 9.8. If we calculate this one, this will be 22.95 seconds. This is 23 seconds. Here to here we had to calculate, na? Here to here 23. Again in the downward journey, here to here, this distance we need. From this, if we subtract this, then we will get this distance. So h is equal to what will happen means 2582.9 minus 620. So this value 1962.9 meter. Here to here distance. How much this is? 1962.9 meter. To cover that distance, how much time it is taken? Now in the downward journey, it is a freely falling body. H is equal to half gt square. H value 1962.9, 1 by 2 into 9.8 into t square. If we calculate this value, then t square value we will get it as 400.59. From this t value will be 20 seconds. 400 means root 400 means 20, na? So approximately that value 20 seconds. Then here to here time will be 23. Here to here time will be 20. Total time means what will happen? Here capital T is equal to TA plus T. TA we got 23. This value we got 20. So this value will be 43 seconds. Total 43 seconds it will require to reach from here to here. So option for this will be fourth option. 80, it will be fourth option. Next, 81 you see, a player throws a ball vertically upward with velocity u at highest point. Velocity will be 0, acceleration is equal to g, that is the correct one. So by checking all the given options, 81 it will be third option. 81 option will be 3. Why the remaining are not correct means both velocity and acceleration of the ball is 0. Wrong. Velocity is 0 at highest point, but a value is equal to plus g. Velocity of the ball is u, but its acceleration is 0. Wrong. Third statement is correct. Velocity of the ball is u, but acceleration is g. Fourth statement is also wrong. So 81, third option. Next, 82 is graph question. Just leave that one. Next, 83 you see, girl standing on a stationary lift throws a ball upward with initial velocity of 50 meter per second. The time taken by the ball to return to her hands is how much? So 83, what they are asking, see, here there is a lift. In this, one girl is there. She is thrown a ball upward with a velocity of 50 meter per second. If the lift is at rest, if the lift is going upward or going downward with uniform velocity, then time of flight will be t is equal to 2u by g. What is the? If lift is at rest or going upward or downward with uniform velocity, then this is the formula to find the time of flight. T is equal to 2u by g plus a if lift is going upward with acceleration a. This is the formula. In this case, if the lift is going upward with uniform acceleration a, then we will use this formula. T is equal to 2u by g minus a if lift is going downward with acceleration a. These are the formulas we have to use. Here lift is stationary, they mentioned. When the lift is at rest, formula for time of flight will be just 2u by g. You apply that formula, then how much we will get here, see. So 2 into 50 by 10. So this value will be 10 seconds. That is the time of flight. Next. 84C, a ball falls freely under gravity, passes 2 points 30 meter apart in 1 second. From what point above the upper point it begin to fall? See, 84. Ball is falling like this. At some point, we don't know from where it is falling. But to cross the points A and B, which are 30 meter apart, it took 1 second time. This distance is how much they are asking. I am assuming this distance value will be S1. So this entire distance value will be how much? S1 plus 30. We had to calculate S1 value. To cover this S1, I am assuming T seconds it took. Then here, to cover this S1 plus 30, it will took T plus 1 seconds, because this is 1 second. A to B, how much time? 1 second. So S1 is equal to how much means 1 by 2 g t square, freely falling body. Yes, here to here, S1 plus 30 is equal to 1 by 2 g into t plus 1 whole square. Let it be 1, let it be 2. You subtract 2 minus 1. This value S1 plus 30 minus S1. 1 by 2g you take common. T plus 1 whole square minus t square. So this is 30. 1 by 2, 9.8. T square plus 2t plus 1 minus t square. T square will cancel. Bring this one to this side. 60 by 9.8 is equal to 2t plus 1. 60 by 9.8 means this value 2t plus 1 is equal to 6.12 seconds. Then 2t value will be 5.12 seconds. From this t value will be 2.56 seconds. So time to come from here to here is 2.56 seconds. So t value, if you substitute, you will find this value, you can find this value. That is the answer. So, see here. From 1, S1 is equal to 1 by 2 g into 2.56 whole square. 1 by 2 into 9.8 into 2.56 into 2.56. If we calculate this value 32.11 meter. So option 84, first option. Clear? Next, 85. Free fall of an object in vacuum in case of a motion with uniform acceleration. If in vacuum, if any body is dropped, how it will fall means it will fall with uniform acceleration. So 85, it will be second option. 86. The distance travelled during equal intervals of time by a body falling from rest stand to one another in the same ratio as the odd numbers beginning with unity, that is 1:3:5:7. This law is established by freely falling body in equal intervals of time It will cover 1 second, 1 meter, 3 meter, 5 meter, 7 meter. Who invented this? Galileo invented that. So 86. It will be first option. Okay. Next, 87 you see. Player throw a ball upward with initial velocity of speed of 30 meter per second. How long does the ball take to return to the player's hand? So how long means that will be time of flight. Time of flight formula will be 2u by g, 2 into 30 by 10. This is 6 seconds. So this is answer is second option. Next, 88. Ball is dropped from height h. In the last second, it travelled 9h by 25. Find h value. So 88 you see, ball is dropped from some height. How much height? This is h. In the last second of its motion, it travelled 9h by 25. For example, it took n seconds to reach ground. In the nth second, it travelled 9h by 25. So freely falling body in nth second, distance travelled formula will be g into n minus half. That is the formula. So this is g into 2n minus 1 by 2. They gave this as 9h by 25. 9h by 25 is equal to g into 2n minus 1 by 2. This is 9 by 25. H value, distance travelled in n seconds. Formula half gn square is equal to g into 2n minus 1 by 2. Both sides 2 you cancel. G you cancel. 9n square is equal to 25 into 2n minus 1. So 9n square minus 50n plus 25 is equal to 0. So 25 nines means 225. If we write the factors for this, 45 fives will be 225. So 9n square minus 45n minus 5n plus 25 is equal to 0. Then we will find the n value. So take 9 common here, 9n common here, n minus 5. Minus 5 you take common, n minus 5 is equal to 0. So 9n minus 5 into n minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore n is equal to 5 or 5 by 9 seconds. In the last second, it travelled 9h by 25. Means journey is greater than 1 second. Since journey is greater than 1 second, 5 by 9 will not be the answer. Since time is more than 1 second, so n is equal to 5. Find h value. Formula h is equal to 1 by 2 gn square. So h is equal to 1 by 2 gn square, 1 by 2 into 9.8 into 5 square, 4.9 into 25. So if we, no, they gave just without calculating this, they gave g, this is 25 g by 2. So answer for that 88, it will be first option. Clear? 89. A body falls freely from rest. It covers as much distance in the last second of its motion as covered in the first 3 seconds. The body has fallen for a time of. Okay? So, simple only. '89. Body is freely falling. In the last second, nth second, total journey is n seconds. Let it be. In the nth second, how much distance it covered? In the first 3 seconds also, it covered the same distance. So Sn is equal to how much? G into n minus half, G into 2n minus 1 by 2. In the first 3 seconds, how much distance it will cover? 1 by 2 g into 3 square. This is 9g by 2. They gave these two are equal. Sn is equal to S3. So g into 2n minus 1 by 2, 9g by 2. 2 g will cancel. 2 minus 1 is 2n minus 1 is equal to 9. 2n is equal to 10. N is equal to 5. So how much time it will take to reach the ground means 5 seconds. So option for this will be 89, second option. Clear? Next, 90. What they are mentioning? Water drops fall at regular intervals from a tap which is 5 meters above the ground. Third drop is leaving the tap at the instant first drop touches the ground. How far above the ground is the second drop at that instant? So what they are asking, see, water drops are falling from a tap. When third drop is leaving, first drop touches the ground. This height is 5 meters they mentioned. Then this height value will be how much they are asking. We know freely falling body in the first second, if it cover a distance x, in the next second it will cover a distance 3x. In the next second it will cover a distance 5x. Like that it will be there. So x plus 3x is equal to 5, 4x is equal to 5, x is equal to 1.25 meter. X plus 3x is nothing but how much? 5 only, na? So we got x is equal to 1.25. So this is the second drop. Its height from the ground, height of second drop from ground is equal to 3x. 3 into 1.25, this value 3.75 meter. Okay. So 90, it will be second option. Next, 91. Stone is shot straight upward with a speed of 20 meter per second from a tower of 200 meter high. The speed with which it strikes the ground approximately. There is a tower. Height value 200 meters. From this, one stone is thrown upward with a speed of 20 meter per second. It rises like this and it touches the ground. With how much velocity it will touch the ground? That is the question. V is equal to square root of u square plus 2gh. So this value square root of 20 square 2 into 10 into 2 into 9.8 you take into 200. So this is 400. This value 3920. So this value will be 4320. If we equate that to 65.72 meter per second. It will touch the ground with that velocity. So 65 will be the answer, approximately nearer value. So 91, it will be second option. Clear? 92 graphical question, leave that question. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. All are basing on the relative velocity concept. Already I told to you, graphs, relative velocity concept is deleted from the syllabus. Just no need to do, leave that questions. Next. 99 you see what they are asking. Car is moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. Stops after traveling 40 meters. If the car is moving with a velocity, double the velocity, how much it will stop? So 4 times. 4 into 40, 160 meter will be the answer. How that is came? (99) S proportional to u square. Then S1 by S2 is equal to U1 by U2 whole square. This is 40. S2 how much? This value 20. Double the velocity means 40. So 2 times will cancel. 40 by S2 is equal to 1 by 2 square means 4. Then S2 is equal to 160 meter. So option for this will be third option. Graphical question 100th one, you leave that one. With that atomic corner exercise 1 is completed. Next KCET corner, next NEET corner, mains corner will be there. Maximum 4-5 lectures it will take to complete the entire lesson. Follow the lessons carefully.